What's up, YouTubers? It's MediaShinobi here. We got Jan reviewing the anime series No Game No Life.
No Game No Life is an anime where it revolves around two main characters, Sora and Shiro, who are geniuses at video games and are bored of life, so they get a message from like a god from another world. I don't know. And basically are transported to that new world where pretty much life is a game. In terms of my rating for this series, I would have to give it it's pretty much between an 8.5 and a 9. I'm still not sure, so I'll just leave it ambiguously between those two. What about you, Scott?
I give it a 9.
Mm-hmm.
9.5.
And why?
But like, overall, it was good pacing. Good pacing, there was nothing really bad. I liked every episode, it was funny, and then there's some that were just like, wow, they just do that? I mean, some of these episodes, like, you really have to think, and like, I don't know how they did it. It's just, my brain can't comprehend.
So I'm just going to run into the minor details, but animation was great. I think the flow was great. Structure was great. Voice acting was great. Soundtrack was great. To be honest, looking back, there really isn't anything wrong with this series in terms of, what's negative. Everything kind of passes. And if I had to pick the one thing about this series that I really, really like, is that they really take the fantasy genre to like the next level, like just the scenery, like worlds crashing and everything. That I thought that was pretty cool. If I had to pick my favorite arc, it's kind of like either the Flugel arc or the War Beast arc, because with the War Beast arc, I really liked the whole gunfight. I thought that was pretty awesome. And then with the Flugel fight, I just really liked the scenery, like I said earlier. It was very whimsical. That's just my humble opinion. What about you, Scott?
Well, the only thing I can really, like, tiny nitpick about
Okay.
was during the War Beast game. It was pretty much a first-person shooter with random
Rules?
What?
Rules? Is
No,
that what it
not
is?
the rules. The random NPCs that
Oh, okay.
I felt in the same way. It felt good that they mostly focused on themselves, but then the game was like around the NPCs. Basically, it was like a three-way battle. That's the only thing I can nitpick about. It's like I wish it was more like
One-on-one?
more. No, not really one-on-one. It's just I don't know how to describe it.
Make them more important if it's going to be a three-way?
Yeah, I mean,
Oh, okay.
if that's, I don't know. I can't really explain it. And then for my favorite arc, it would probably be when they fought Jabril. The first time fighting something like very powerful, and they won using a simple mind trick.
This series ended with 12 episodes, which was at least it caught me off guard because I was watching it. I was like, oh, okay, that was a cool episode. When's the next one? Oh, it's done. But then again, I never really keep up with how many episodes a series has. But that obviously leads to the question: is there going to be season 2? I'm pretty sure there's a season 2. I think it was guaranteed, right, for this fall.
I think so. During the end credits, I'm not sure.
Yeah, because the final episode was obviously a cliffhanger and an introduction to another race, the
The fallen gods.
So my only major concern with the whole they're gonna have a season 2 is like, is there enough content for it? Because there is, but the problem is like what? There's 16
races? Chess pieces. 16
yeah,
races.
And we got introduced to humanity, which is what, the king piece. There's
War Beast is pawn.
War Beast is pawn. Flugel
is queen. I think elves are rook.
Elves are rook. I mean, yeah, okay, there's that. So we still have no idea about the 2 bishops. We have no idea about the 2 knights. I don't know how many times are they going to utilize the pawn pieces because there's a lot of them. And of course, there's that one other rook. So I don't know how they're going to structure the next season, or possibly if there is maybe a 3rd season. I don't know. What do you think, Scott?
Well, now that they pretty much established themselves as a War Beast / Humanity Federation, from there on, they're probably gonna establish like cohesion, so that way there's no fighting race over race because like, oh, why are you with us, you lost type of thing. But there was like a civil war type thing, like keep the peace between races.
Okay.
That's a possibility.
Right.
And then, of course, expanding their territory even more and getting resources.
Now, what do you think about the whole analogy of the chess pieces? Because it makes sense to me, but in terms of implementing into the story, like, you know, this entire season was 1, 2, 3, 3 pieces technically. There was the Flugel, War Beast, and Humanity. The elves don't really count because that was just like one character. But so that's 3, and then there's like how many pieces in total for a chessboard? So that's the thing. I'm kind of like, are they gonna do each individual piece, or are they just gonna like go over the concept itself? So pawn. So they're not gonna do like, I don't know how many pieces there are in chess because it's been ages.
16, Jen. 16 races.
You get my point. There's the rook, there's the bishop, there's the queen, there's the king, obviously. Do you think they'll just do it one time and that's it?
It's like at the end of the episode, it's not just about acquiring the pieces.
Yeah.
You want to be able to win the game, to beat Tet, you want to join together. So that means you have to build a relationship. You can't just beat them, you know. You got to make sure they have fun and then, you know, get them on your side. Possibly they may get maybe 2 episodes each just to build that relationship. Now,
do you think based on that, will it be rushed at that point? Because remember, next season's probably going to be 12 episodes as well.
Depending on the races, I could see them doing like 2 races an episode, like they're already fighting or whatever, and then they just join in.
Not to mention it has to share with the whole like epic final battle with Tet, the god.
Alright, so this how we feel about this anime. Tell us what you guys think. You guys like it also, or you guys didn't like it, and what are your thoughts about season 2? We do read your comments, you know. Chris doesn't because he's not here. Well, this is MediaShinobi, signing out.